Dayot Upamecano, one of the most respected centre-backs in European football, finds himself at the heart of a saga that promises to shake up the transfer market in 2025. The French defender, currently wearing the Bayern Munich shirt, is said to have laid his cards on the table in clear and even bold fashion, setting out multi-million demands to decide his future. All of this comes amid direct interest from Liverpool, now under the guidance of Arne Slot, as well as from the mighty Real Madrid, who are monitoring every detail of this unfolding story. The backdrop is an intriguing one. Liverpool, the current Premier League champions, are not resting on their laurels. Even after securing the signing of young Giovanni Leone from Parma in the last transfer window, the Reds board are well aware that strengthening the defence is both urgent and strategic. The reason is simple. Ibrahima Konaté's contract runs out at the end of this season, and Real Madrid, ever alert to market opportunities, are already moving behind the scenes in an attempt to lure the Frenchman. At the same time, age is beginning to catch up with Virgil van Dijk, who, at 34, remains an undisputed leader but will inevitably need replacing in the not-too-distant future. It is into this vacuum that high-profile names are being strongly linked with Anfield. Among them, Marc Guéhi of Crystal Palace stands out as a priority. The English centre-back nearly arrived at Liverpool in the final stretch of the last transfer window, but negotiations stalled at the last minute. Interestingly, his contract with Palace also expires next summer, opening the door wide to a free transfer, something Liverpool sporting director Richard Hughes is monitoring very closely. But it is not just Guéhi stirring the imagination of the supporters. Dayot Upamecano, with his imposing style and top-level experience, has now firmly entered the Reds' radar. At 26, the Frenchman is heading into the final stretch of his Bayern Munich deal, which makes his situation even more explosive on the market. According to reports from Germany, both Arne Slot and Hughes see him as a potential golden deal, since securing a player of this caliber without a transfer fee would be a masterstroke. However, not everything is that straightforward. Upamecano knows his worth and, according to sources quoted by Sportsboom, has no intention of rushing. Quite the opposite. He is said to have set extremely high demands for either a renewal with Bayern or for any new contract he might sign. Among them, a salary increase placing him on the same level as stars such as Joshua Kimmich and Jamal Musiala, as well as an astronomical release clause of no less than £125 million. A figure that, in itself, shows just how highly the Frenchman values his potential and importance to any club willing to secure his services. This bold stance draws attention because he is not just any player. Since joining Bayern from RB Leipzig in 2021, Upamecano has won 3 Bundesliga titles, played in over 150 official matches, and lifted the UEFA Nations League trophy with France. His spell in Munich has demonstrated consistency, defensive solidity, and an ability to shine in big matches, attributes that naturally make him a target for giants like Liverpool and Real Madrid. Bayern sporting director Max Abel has already spoken publicly on the matter, making clear that the Bavarians have no intention of letting their defender go easily. "We are having open discussions with Dayot Upamecano. It is no secret that we want to keep him for longer. He is a fundamental part of our project," he told Sky Sport. His words reveal that Bayern will not throw in the towel anytime soon, though they are well aware that convincing the player amid so many market options could prove a tough task. On the other side of the picture, Liverpool are facing a crossroads that mixes urgency with strategy. Arne Slot has been clear since taking charge that he wants a deep and balanced squad, especially in defence. The Premier League demands intensity in every single match, while the Champions League, the supporters' ultimate dream, requires even more solidity. In that context, bringing in someone like Upamecano, who combines youth, experience and leadership qualities, would be almost like finding the perfect piece for the puzzle the Dutch coach is attempting to build. It's worth remembering that this is not the first time Upamecano's name has been linked with Liverpool. Back in 2021, when Jurgen Klopp was still in charge, former striker and fan favourite Peter Crouch had publicly suggested that the club should move for the Frenchman. At the time, Van Dijk and Joe Gomez were injured, and the backline was going through a period of extreme vulnerability. Although the board didn't push forward then, the admiration for the defender seems to have stood the test of time and remains alive within the corridors of Anfield.
Meanwhile, Real Madrid are watching it all with the patience of a club that knows exactly when to strike. The Spanish giants, always attentive to strategic opportunities, also view Upamecano as a potentially decisive signing, particularly within the defensive renewal process already underway at the Bernabeu. The very prospect of a direct duel between Liverpool and Real for this player is enough to set fans abuzz, eager to see who will emerge victorious in this tug of war. Yet the plot becomes even more complex because Liverpool cannot afford to place all their chips on a single target. In addition to Gui and Upamecano, other names have also appeared on the radar. Sources close to Team Talk have revealed that even a Juventus centre-back has been shortlisted as a possible long-term successor to Van Dijk. This shows that Anfield's hierarchy are preparing for multiple scenarios and do not intend to be caught off guard by any sudden twist in the market. At the same time, supporters are already speculating across social media, torn between the excitement of seeing a player of Upamecano's caliber in red and the concern over the financial implications such a deal might involve. The Frenchman's demands are far from modest, and this could mean a heavy investment in wages that would reshape the club's financial structure. Yet if there is one thing Liverpool fans know, it is that great triumphs always require great risks. Ultimately, Dayot Upamecano's situation is a feast for transfer market enthusiasts. A world-class player about to become a free agent, courted by two of the biggest clubs on the planet and setting demands in eye-watering figures. It is the perfect blend of drama, strategy and spectacle, the very essence of what makes football more than just a game. What makes this story even more fascinating is how it reflects Liverpool's moment of transition in 2025. Arne Slot, in only a short time at the helm, has managed to imprint his identity on the team, showcasing an organised and attacking style. Yet he knows defence is the foundation of any successful project. The pursuit of Upamecano is not just about numbers or statistics, it is about leadership, solidity and a winning mentality. The Frenchman is viewed as someone capable of carrying the weight of the red shirt, shouldering responsibility in decisive moments, and leading the back line towards new silverware. From the player's perspective, there is also the reflection on which environment could maximise his career even further. At Bayern, he enjoys status, titles and stability, but Liverpool offered the chance to become the new pillar of a historic defence, something that could elevate his personal legacy. Real Madrid, meanwhile, stand as the most glamorous stage possible, a club that seduces with tradition and the global power of its brand. Upamecano's choice, therefore, will not be purely financial, but also strategic in defining how he will be remembered in football's history books for decades to come.